Hey everyone, I'm Matt. I'm a teacher with a passion for technology and education.
Gway, my name is Sarah and I am Willistigau. Today I want to share teachings about First Nations language, culture, and history and how these can support our use of technology.
When we meet together as a group using live video calls, we need to follow rules similar to being in a classroom, like listening to others and waiting for our turn to speak. These live video rules are part of something called digital etiquette. Today, we're going to introduce digital etiquette through the teachings of traditional sharing circles. Because with sharing circles, everyone's voice is heard, considered, and respected. This should help you respectfully meet with your teacher and classmates at home using live video calls.
A traditional sharing circle is a place where people gather in a circle to respectfully share their thoughts and feelings. Sharing circles come from First Nations leaders. They are a way to give everyone a chance to talk and to be heard. In a sharing circle, we use a special or sacred item. This can be any item that is important and meaningful to us. Only the person holding the sacred or special item is allowed to speak. When it is their turn to speak, they are encouraged to always speak from their heart. The other people in the sharing circle listen quietly to who is speaking and try to understand their message. Everyone in this sharing circle has a turn to share their ideas and feelings. If someone doesn't want to speak, they can pass the special or sacred item to the next person. Sharing circles teach us how to show respect to each other and how to learn from one another. Even though we are not sitting beside each other in a circle during a live video call, the teachings of a sharing circle ensure everyone's voice can be heard, considered, and respected. Knowledge keepers and elders have shared their teachings of traditional sharing circles, and we would like to share these with you.
Let's look at how sharing circle teachings can improve our digital etiquette.
In a traditional sharing circle, we gather in a space that is safe, quiet, and comfortable for everyone.
When we meet with our teacher and classmates in video calls, we should try to find a space that's safe, quiet, and comfortable. Do your best to be in a quiet space away from others. Try to make sure the things around you aren't noisy and distracting, like TVs, animals, or machines. Ask your teacher to show you where your microphone button is and how to turn it off until it's your turn to speak. Do your best to be in a place in front of a plain wall or a closed closet door. Try to avoid sitting in front of a window as they're bright and make it hard for people to see you. Make sure your face is what's visible to the camera. Good digital etiquette is displaying yourself from the shoulders up. Remember, if these things aren't possible for you, you can always turn your camera off and participate using only your microphone.
In a traditional sharing circle, we gather together in a circle to show that everyone is equal. No one is ahead of you or behind you in a circle. The sharing circle begins with people looking around at each other and saying hello.
When teacher and students meet in video calls, they're not able to gather together in a circle, but the teachings remain the same. No voice is more important than the others. When you enter the call, make sure to say hello to everyone.
In a traditional sharing circle, the leader will explain the purpose of the gathering as a group and go over the things that will be talked about.
Your teachers will have ideas and thoughts to share during each of your calls, and they may remind you of the rules to follow. Many of these rules will be the same as your classroom rules or your school's code of conduct. For example, give your full attention during the meeting. This means you look at and listen to the person who's speaking. Always use respectful language. A language of harmony means your words are for helping and for encouraging others. Wear comfortable yet appropriate clothes, similar to what you would wear to school.
In a traditional sharing circle, we have a special or sacred item to pass around the circle.
When we're in a video call, our bodies aren't in the same room, so we can't pass around a special or sacred item. We can think of the microphone as our special item. Your teacher will see everyone in the call and will let you know when it's your turn to speak. In larger groups, your mic should remain on mute unless you're speaking. Your teacher may want to talk about other ways to give everyone an equal say.
In a traditional sharing circle, what is said in the circle does not leave the circle.
When your classmates and friends share stories or feelings, these belong to them. We shouldn't be repeating anything that they say unless we have their permission to share.
It is okay to stay silent in a traditional sharing circle. You do not have to share if you don't want to.
Sometimes we feel too shy to speak, and other times we aren't ready to share our thoughts and feelings. It's important to try your best to share when you're ready. When you do choose to speak, you can share your thoughts, feelings, experiences, stories, or other things you've learned. While we're not always willing to share, we always have to be willing to listen.
In a traditional sharing circle, people stay in the circle until everyone has had a chance to speak or until the leader ends the gathering.
Just like your classroom, you should stay in your video call until your teacher tells you it's okay to leave. If you need to leave early, you should let your teacher know ahead of time. Before you leave the call, make sure to say goodbye to everyone. When the call's over, leave the video call and don't come back unless you have permission from your teacher. We hope this video has helped you learn about sharing circles and how they might help us respectfully meet using live video calls.